Welcome back to our channel, all of you fabulous people. Thank you so much for joining us once again. So today we're going to be continuing our St. Augustine fun and excitement. And we are going to be taking a walk and, a walking tour of St. Augustine. So come join us.
There are several ways to tour St. Augustine. There's trams and trolleys and things like that. There are private golf cart rentals that you can do.
Walking tours, Segway tours.
Yeah, and we were considering those options, but we thought it might be better to bring you a completely free way to tour the city here. We just came up with our own walking tour.
Yeah, you can just watch this video and you never even have to come to St. Augustine.
So yeah, I mean, we obviously have not been able to test this theory, so we're hoping it goes smoothly and goes well. We tried to make sure that we looked at the map and that we were kind of just going in one direction with no backtracking, and we are fingers crossed hoping that it works out well for us today. But you know, with that being said, you can kind of take as long as you want to with this or as short as you want, because a lot of these stops along the way, now we are going to be checking out 12 different stops, a lot of historical things to see today, but some of them offer their own tours inside and everything. Paid tours. Yes. So if you wanted to add that on, obviously, it might take you an entire day here. We're hoping to get it done in a couple of hours.
And only in 20 minutes for you.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get started. Founded in 1565 by Spanish Admiral Pedro Menéndez de Avilés, St. Augustine is the oldest continuously occupied European established city in the continental United States. More than 50 years earlier, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon landed on Florida shores in 1513, claiming the land for Spain and opening the door to the permanent European settlement. Over the next 4.5 centuries, St. Augustine would live under Spanish, British, and American rule, with each era shaping the architecture, streets, and culture you'll experience on this walking tour. A living timeline of American history preserved in brick, coquina, and cobblestone.
Stop number 1 is City Gate. Built in 1808, the City Gate was the original northern entrance in the walled city of St. Augustine. The coquina stone pillars once held heavy wooden gates that were locked each night for protection. This structure represents the final phase of Spanish rule and stands as a reminder that this was once a fortified colonial town.
Stop number 2 is the oldest wooden schoolhouse. Constructed in the early 1700s from cypress and red cedar, this is believed to be the oldest surviving wooden school structure in the United States. The building endured British occupation, fires, hurricanes, and even the Civil War. Its survival is credited to its durable wood and iron spike construction, anchoring it into the ground. Stop number 3 is going to be Colonial Quarter. The Colonial Quarter is a living history attraction showcasing life during St. Augustine's Spanish and British periods. Inside, you'll see recreations of homes, a blacksmith shop, and a watchtower highlighting daily colonial life.
Stop number 4 is St. George Street. St. George Street follows the original colonial layout established in the 16th century. Today, it is a vibrant, pedestrian-only filled street with historic buildings, museums, and local shops. As you walk, you're literally tracing centuries of Spanish, British, and American history layered into one corridor.
Stop number 5 is the Peña Peck House. Built around 1750 during the first Spanish period, the Peña Peck House is one of the finest preserved colonial homes in the city. It later became the residence of Dr. Seth Peck during Florida's territorial period. The home provides insight into upper-class colonial life and St. Augustine's transition into American governance. Stop number 6 is Cathedral Basilica of St. Augustine. The Cathedral Basilica stands on the site of the original parish established in the 1500s, making it the oldest Catholic parish in the continental U.S. The current structure dates primarily to the late 1700s and reflects Spanish colonial architecture. Its coquina bell tower and ornate interior highlight the deep religious roots of the city.
Stop number 7 is the Government House. Government House served as the residence for Spanish and later British governors. It functioned as the political heart of colonial Florida for centuries. Today, it operates as a cultural center, symbolizing the multiple flags that have flown over St. Augustine.
Stop number 8 is Plaza de la Constitución. Established in 1573, this is the oldest public plaza in the continental U.S. The plaza was designed according to the Spanish laws of the Indies, which required a central gathering space in colonial towns. It has served as a marketplace, military drill ground, celebration site, and community gathering place for over 450 years. Stop number 9 is Aviles Street. Aviles Street is recognized as the oldest continuously used street in the U.S., dating back to the 1500s. Originally a residential and military area, it evolved into a cultural corridor filled with art galleries and museums. Walking this street feels like stepping directly into colonial era St. Augustine.
Stop number 10 is the Spanish Military Hospital Museum. This reconstructed 18th century hospital demonstrates colonial era medical practices. Surgeons relied on herbal remedies, primitive and surgical tools, and limited knowledge of infection control. This site offers insight into the challenges of healthcare in a frontier Spanish colony.
Stop number 11 is the Jimenez Fatio House. Built in 1798, this coquina stone home later became a successful boarding house operated by Margaret Cook in the 1800s. It provides a rare look into the women-led entrepreneurship in early Florida. The structure reflects Spanish architectural techniques blended with American territorial influences. Our final stop, number 12, is the González-Alvarez House, the oldest house museum complex. Built around 1723 from locally quarried coquina stone, this is the oldest surviving Spanish colonial dwelling in Florida. The home reflects Spanish, British, and American modifications over time, making it a living timeline of architectural evolution. It stands as one of the most important residential structures in early American history. I had so much fun on our walking tour today, but I do want to put a little disclaimer out there that the final stop, the oldest house, is a little bit more off the beaten path. Not inaccessible though. It's going to just be a few minutes of a walk from Aviles Street.
Right.
Definitely you're able to get to it, but you might want to like plug that address into your phone and make sure you know where you're going. But they do offer tours there as well, and the prices were really good. So I would say if you're going to add that in to make it more worth it, maybe end with that tour there. Several of the locations that we saw today have tours, and this was a really good way to kind of see which ones offered them, which ones don't, and what the prices were.
Right.
But you know, you have to decide what's best for you, because they do have like those golf cart tours, the trolley tours. So if you really don't feel like hoofing it all day, you might want to do one of those. And you were saying, did they give you a lot of information?
Yeah, like we did all this research on our own and learned about all these different places, but most people, you don't really want to do that. You're not going to do that. So when you come here, like look into some of these tours that do the guided tours. Some of them also come with free admission to
some of those things,
some
right?
of the places that they stop at.
Right.
And you'll be able to get all of the history, the information, and you can also ask questions to the people that are leading the tour. That way you can get even more information.
Right. I mean, we are more of like on foot exploring type of people. That's why we decided to do that today. And I did enjoy it because I liked the up close and personal, like exploring aspect of it, like kind of just walking through all of the streets and seeing everything from that angle instead of just like flying past some of it.
Right.
But it was really cool to like just see buildings and walk down streets that are like 450 years old. It's pretty awesome.
I hope you guys enjoyed taking our walking tour through the oldest city in the United States. And as always, stay fabulous.